My name's Janine Farzin, and I'm an instructor with the Gokhale Method.
Janine was in Chicago. She was pregnant at the time, but she thought she might be able to come and teach a workshop. Yeah, every morning we get together shortly after sunrise under the pines to share what our vision for that day is. If somebody needs a hand with the project that they want to engage in, that can happen. I like to say that we run the school on a recycled shoestring, and we're very mindful that is one thing that our ancestors did. They were mindful with resources.
Because I have a young family, I pretty much stay in Chicago for teaching. I actually haven't even gone out to the suburbs. I've had a lot of requests to leave the city. But this community offered something kind of different. I mean, my family could come with me.
It's a spittle bug.
Yeah, there he is.
I've never seen one for real.
Can I
really?
see one?
Yeah.
There he is.
The teaching drum was founded to serve as a bridge between the old ways of our ancestors, our long ago hunter-gatherer ancestors, and modern day people.
Being in a community of people that all speak the same language gives you a lot of opportunity. Like out in the world, it's like posture is completely off people's radar, right? I always say that we all know we should floss our teeth. We all know we need to get more sleep. But posture, like no one even knows. And if they do know, the cues that we've had as a culture are pretty much wrong, right? Sit up straight leads to this kind of thing.
I started to look at the book, and it took me a while. I also thought about my ancestors and my grandmother. And she used to, this is kind of awful, but if my mom was hunching, she would get a fork and poke her in the back.
Oh, no. The best thing is like, I mean, calling each other out doesn't work, right? Like I could be poking at my husband like all day long or my kids all day long. For me, that when I see one of my kids slumping, I'm like, oh, I'm their role model. Like I am part of their community. I see them slumping, this is my reminder. It's not telling them that they need to fix it. It's that I need to adjust myself and be in a good place for the rest of the day so they can see that and model it and be surrounded by that community.
Or is going to use the oil from the pine to wash his hands.
Perfect.
Most of the people at the school have been through our year-long program where we take a year in the woods to really shed a lot of the conditioning, the beliefs that we carry from our culture. We actually don't consider that we have teachers teaching people how to do 2 + 2 is 4, but rather a guiding presence towards the true teachers, which are the beings of the forest, the trees, the clouds, the birds, the animals, the stones.
Yeah, it's a web. Everything that we teach is a web. It's all interrelated. The posture absolutely affects the relationships and the interactions that you have with other people. Also, this kind of slumping is very contagious, right? I mean, in the animal world, it's a signal of fear and submission, but it's also like sadness and things like that. It's contagious. People feel like they don't necessarily want to get involved with that. They don't want to take it on. We know from studies that having your shoulders back and standing tall changes your body even on a physiological level. It increases testosterone, it reduces cortisol, it changes the way you feel, it changes the way people perceive you.
It was a very beautiful experience to have Janine here with her whole family. It really gave me a sense of this one community, one family coming to meet another family.
I think that's something really positive about my experience here is that I've been here for the week, and so I've been able to interact with most of the students outside of class.
To have somebody really showing, okay, you know, you do this with your pelvis and you have to isolate this part. And
we've had opportunities to just get more into depth with it, answer questions, you know, touch base on this. I thought about that. How about the car?
it was challenging enough, but not overwhelming. Well, sometimes it felt overwhelming trying to connect with those parts of my body that I just wasn't connected with.
You know, a lot of people feel like when they learn tall standing that they're leaning forward. It's a new way of interacting with the world, right? Like all of a sudden people feel like, oh my gosh, I'm right there. But I love the community style eating, right? In this community, everyone sits at dinner around in a circle and they pass their bowls and the food is served communally.
Another one coming by.
After a few days of being here, our kids are taking different places. They don't need to sit next to us in the circle. They want to sit with other people and interact in a different way with the group. And they've learned how the community serving works, so they recognize they can ask for the things that they want on their own. And that's been pretty cool. Without popping my rib cage out, I'm going to keep my ribs tucked in, and then I'm going to come back to the back of my chair, and I'm going to... The first day, my son was covered in mosquito bites and was kind of saying, when can we go home? I said, well, we have these commitments. We have to stay this number of days. Yesterday or a day ago, he asked my husband, he said, you know how we go to that one cabin? We have some friends that have a cabin. And he said, you know how we go back to Annie's cabin all the time? Can we come back here? Can we come back here like every once in a while, every year or whenever? Or maybe my friends could come with me. Could we do that again? Yeah, we can probably come back here.
One of our students was working with his back. He was struggling with getting his back to function properly or to feel comfortable in his back. I'll watch Agile come to the morning meeting and I just see this amazing transformation, and it doesn't look stiff, or I still feel stiff sometimes just doing this thing, and I will be sitting and all of a sudden my back starts to hurt and I go, oh, what's happening? I'm learning to listen to my body. That pain doesn't just come because I have to sit for X hours of amount of hours a day. It's coming because of the way that I am doing it.